Hello and welcome back to Cinders. And head to the cemetery. Cemetery? Cemetery. Else if I can speak English. I don't remember how long it's been since I last visited the cemetery. Mother's grave isn't hard to find. It's guarded by a statue of an angel crying gracefully. Father's idea. Looking at how much pain the angel is in, it's clear Father took Mother's death very badly. I can't bring myself to look away from the statue. I'm sorry, Father. The grave must be in terrible condition by now. I haven't had time to care for it. Wait, the grave is clean! Not just clean, but polished as well. Someone must be caring for it. Step away from the grave! Who's there? I've had it with all you grave robbers. Folk like you have no shame. What are you talking about? I'm not a grave robber. Of course you aren't. And I'm the... Hold on. I know you. You're Camosa's stepdaughter. I am. I suppose you know Camosa. No, Camosa. Of course not, but I sure know you. Well, I guess you have an advantage over me then. I have no idea who you are. You don't know? I live in the town. Folk there call me Madame Gade. Madame Gade, as in the witch that everyone talks about? So you have heard of me. The stories they tell are an exaggeration, though. Those half-wits label anything they don't understand as dangerous. Even more so seeing as I'm a woman who's smarter than they are. I suppose it frightens them. Although it doesn't stop them from running to me anytime they have a problem that they can't fix. Personally, I prefer the term wise woman. It's a lot more appropriate, I think. People can be stupid. People can be so stupid sometimes. The instant they see something that they don't understand, they fear it. It's ridiculous and close-minded. Damn sure it is. That's a very bitter outlook on life, though. I'm sad so young already sees the world that way. Sad? But you said the exact same thing. I'm old and bitter, child. The world has thrown its worst at me. But you were young. You should be dreaming of doing great things, not going around calling people stupid and closed-minded. So I'm supposed to be a naive dreamer just because I'm young? That's ridiculous. If you continue to argue with me, I will turn you into a toad. Wait, I thought you didn't know magic. I only said the stories about me have been exaggerated, but that hardly matters now. After all, it got you to stop arguing, didn't it? True, but still. Why are you here, anyway? You scared me when you shouted at me. I was just visiting an old friend. I was on the way back from picking some herbs in the forest by the lake. Oh? I've heard that the forest and the lake are special. My father used to tell me that they're magical. And we're talking about magic again. I can't help it. The atmosphere is so mysterious. It does feel as if this place is magical. Do you believe in magic? I'm gonna resist the urge to start singing here. Maybe a little. My father raised me to believe, and I suppose I do miss my childhood when I could believe wholeheartedly. But there are so many strange and wonderful things in this world. Maybe magic really does exist. Your reasoning makes sense. And what? Does magic exist? Well, that depends on what you consider magic. Years ago, people thought medicine was magic. Some still think that way. We label things we don't understand as magic, but then what does that mean? People call fairies magical, but we could also consider them normal creatures who live in the world like we do. Birds fly and fish breathe underwater, but we don't consider them to be magical. What makes fairies different? So does that mean that fairies really exist? Haha. Well, it would certainly be unwise to claim otherwise while we're in this forest. Perhaps you would like to come visit my shop the next time you're in town. Tomorrow, maybe? Maybe. Is there any reason you're inviting me? Do I need a reason? Perhaps it's merely that I like you. Or we could talk about your mother. Wait, you knew my mother? Of course I did. Who do you think has been tending to her grave all this time? It surely wasn't you. So you were friends with my mother? There, there. Your questions can wait for tomorrow. I'm tired and I need to return home. Shouldn't you hurry home as well? You'll be in deep trouble if Camosa discovers you're gone. How did you know that I snuck out? Who knows? Maybe I saw it in my crystal ball. Or maybe it's just that I know Camosa wouldn't let you wander around the woods on your own. I really want to see you tomorrow, but it won't be easy. Camosa usually keeps a watchful eye on me. Well then, you'll just have to think of something, won't you? You won't get anything out of life if you don't take a few risks. I guess so. I'll try and come tomorrow. Excellent, I'll see you then. Take care of yourself. Well, that was certainly an unexpected meeting. But what a character! I definitely want to speak with her again. For now, I'd better just concentrate on getting home. Magic or not, the witch was right about one thing. If Camosa finds out I snuck out, I'll be in deep trouble. And back to the house. All clear in the main hall. But I don't hear anyone screaming my name. Looks like I made it back in time. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I was just on my way out. Hey, I know you. You're that man who was with Tobias last night. Keep your voice low, missun. I'm trying to remain incognito here. What are you even doing here? Oh, nothing important enough to bother you. 'Tis merely boring business stuff. Is that supposed to be a joke? I'm gonna plead. What business? Please tell me what you were talking about. Sorry, but I swore on my honour that I wouldn't be the reward of it. No one else will know. You can trust me. I'm Tobias' friend, after all. Sorry, but I ain't telling. Goodbye. Not a single word. Now I'm even more curious than before. I could ask someone else in the household if they know anything about this guy. Camosa is certainly out of the question, but maybe one of the sisters. Then again, I can never tell if they're on my side or not. It might be best to play dumb and see what happens. I think I'm going to leave it and just try and observe. It's probably best not to let anyone know I saw that man. If it's important, I'll find out eventually. I'd better get back to my room now. Dinner will be served soon, and someone will probably come looking for me. A few hours later. Sorry. Oh, I'm so worn out. Of course, Camosa would order me to help the servants wash the dishes. I wasn't much more than the servant during dinner either. Unlike the servants, I don't get paid, though. Honestly, I'd rather they don't even invite me to dinner. Picking over the leftovers is better than waiting on them. At least I had something to occupy my thoughts while I did the chores. A lot happened today. First, there was that talk I had with Sophia. I was surprised that she was willing to open up to me. Usually she's so quiet and moody. She even smiled at me a few times during dinner, and treated me better than usual. I wonder if she's reaching out for a friend. Maybe the two of us could be friends. Oh, screw it. Let's believe in friendship. Her circumstances aren't much better than mine, really. And at least I had a happy childhood. She's been mistreated all her life. I wonder if they'd be the same as her, if I was in her situation. But even though she's rough and cynical, she proved today that there's a smart, sensitive girl under all that. If she stopped pushing me away, I think I could grow to like her. Still, the talk with Sophia is nothing compared to meeting Madame Guide in the cemetery. What a woman. She's fascinating, but I just can't figure her out. She might look imposing, but she doesn't scare me. She feels familiar and trustworthy. It's clear she cared about my mother, otherwise she wouldn't be tending to her grave. I should visit her in town, as soon as I get the chance. At least to thank her for keeping Mom's grave clean. And then there's the most mysterious event of the day. That weird man coming by the house. He was with Tobias last night, and now he's back to see Camosa? Something must be going on here. I wonder if Tobias knows why he came. Whoever that man was, he sure gets around. I wonder what he was doing here. Things around the house have been so strange lately. Camosa is acting rather suspicious as well. I wonder what she's hiding from the rest of us. So many questions in just one day. This might be my big chance to finally change my life. But I'm too tired to think about it right now. After everything I've done today, I'm feeling so worn out I can barely stand. I had hoped I'd have time to read a book before bed, but I need to sleep. Maybe I'll have more energy tomorrow. Cinders! Cinders! Hello? Is there someone there? We are here. Who are you? I can barely see you. Oh, but we can see you quite well. What is this place? Where am I? You're in your bed. So, this is a dream? It is. Then none of this is real. Why? You're real, and so are we. That's real enough. But who are you? You don't remember us. Should I? Do we know each other? We know you. You don't know us, but you know of us. If you want to meet us, come to the lake. The lake? And don't forget to bring a gift. It would be improper if you didn't. Now rest, darling. You deserve it, and you'll need all the strength you can get for tomorrow. Oh, I feel like I slept a while. That's strange. Looks like late morning, but no one came to wake me up. Again. I wonder why. I had such a strange dream last night. Felt more real than any I've had before. I wonder what it meant. I suppose time will tell. Time to get up and see what the day has in store for me. Probably more trouble. Strange. No one's in the main hall. I wonder where everyone went. Normally Camosa would be all over the place, handing out orders to everyone. If she went somewhere on business, she'd definitely wake me before leaving. Where are the girls, anyway? Would you shut up and listen to me just this once? Why should I? You're not the lady of the house, so stop acting like it. I'm not taking orders from you. Oh no, not this again. And here I was hoping everyone had just disappeared. I'm surprised, though. The voices are coming from Camosa's study. I thought it was off limits. Oh, I'd better check it out. I'm not taking any orders from you. You shouldn't even be here in the first place. Then tell me who you think should be in charge of the house right now. I don't see anyone more qualified. Wow. So this is what Camosa's private study looks like. It's a bit barren compared to when it was Father's room. Did she have to get rid of everything that was even remotely pretty? Did she hate it that much, or did she just need the money that badly? What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. Isn't this place off limits to everyone? Oh, Gloria's just on another one of her delusional power trips. Why else would she be here? Shut up, you little... Hang on! What's going on here? Where's Camosa, anyway? Who knows? She left early this morning without saying much, and now Gloria's distraught. She left for business, and she said she'll be back in 2 days. It happens, and I am not distraught. I'm merely trying to maintain order while Mother is away. I don't recall Mother leaving you in charge. Shouldn't it go without saying? Who else would be capable? All you're good for is foolish commentary. Who knows? Maybe she'd rather appoint Cinders as head. After all, she's been handling herself a lot better than you lately. Both of you stop arguing right now. I'm going to continue to improve my relationship with her, and yeah, she hates me anyway, so... Sophia has a point, Gloria. You're claiming leadership when no one has even asked you to. If Camosa didn't appoint someone, doesn't that mean she didn't find it necessary to leave anyone in charge? Maybe she thought we'd actually be able to handle ourselves for 2 days. This is a rare chance. We're free of her rule for a little bit. We should enjoy it instead of arguing about it. You see, even Cinders figured it out. With Camosa gone, we're getting a break. You don't have to ruin our fun with your sad imitation of her. Both of you are hopeless. Your rebellious behaviour is exactly why someone needs to take charge. But I suppose I can't stop you. Go ahead, have your fun if you're so smart and responsible. Cut it out. Are we ignoring the more important matter at hand? Why on earth did Camosa leave so early without saying anything? Doesn't that seem suspicious? It's not as if Mother tells us everything. Even we don't know what she does. If she thought we needed to know, she'd tell us. She'll be back in 2 days and that's it. Do you think this has anything to do with that strange man who came by yesterday? All I know is that it's none of our business. Now, if neither of you are going to help me, get out of here and leave me alone. Let's get out of here, Cinders. Our audience with Her Majesty is clearly over. And there you have it. No matter what you tell Gloria, she insists on being in charge. Well, what do you plan on doing with your day? I'm not sure. I might go into town. There are a few things I've been meaning to do. Good luck getting Gloria's permission for that. You'd be better off just sneaking out on your own. You mean you won't tell her if I go? Why would I do that? I want no part in Gloria's delusions of power, and I don't care what you do. Maybe sneaking out is a good idea then. I'll think about it. I'm hungry though. I need to eat first. About that, I already made breakfast. You can have some if you like. You made breakfast for me? I cooked for myself already, and making extra for you was no trouble. Thank you. That was very kind of you. I wouldn't read into it too much. I only did it because it was easy. Of course. Well, thank you anyway. Oh, breakfast was lovely. Everything's so much more relaxing and peaceful when Camosa's away. It sure would be nice if every day could be like this. I guess that's just a silly dream, though. I wonder what I should do today. It would definitely be the perfect day to go into town. I could talk with that woman, Madame Guide, or go see Tobias. I'm especially curious to know what was going on that night when I saw him. Tobias has some explaining to do, and this time he won't get away. Well, there's no sense waiting around. I should get going. I wonder if I should tell Gloria that I'm leaving. She'd be angry if she found out later. Screw it. Well, if she's angry, that's her own problem. Besides, if I told her, she'd probably forbid me to leave anyway. I should probably skip out on the joy of speaking with her. Sneaking out, I see. I knew you would. Gloria will be angry with me either way. What difference does it make? Oh, you don't have to tell me that. And you really won't tell Gloria I've left? Are you joking? I've had enough of her for today. I don't want to talk to her about anything. Besides, she'll notice soon enough. She's not stupid. And once she notices, she'll be angry. I'll look forward to it. Take care and have fun in town. There's no way to be able to have any fun here after all. Thank you, Sophia. I'll be back as soon as I can. Alright, well, let's head to the town then. Market day is clearly over. The streets are much emptier now. That's just fine with me. I've still got plenty of things I can do, like visit Tobias. But first I need to see if I can find Madame Guide's shop. She seemed to know a lot about Mother and I, so I'm curious to learn more. I don't have a clue where her shop is though. I'll have to ask around. Well, here I am. It's the first time I'm here, but this place wasn't hard to find. It really stands out. I don't see Madame Guide anywhere. Is she out? I'll just look at everything here. Skulls, candles... I don't even know what that is. I wonder if I should have come... Don't touch anything! Yeah! You surprised me. Oh, child, it's you. I mistook you for one of those mindless townsfolk. It's impossible to even leave for lunch without one of them coming in and breaking something. Then why do you do it? Well, I have to eat sometime, right? I mean, why do you leave your store open? Doesn't it attract thieves? Those people might be clumsy, but they won't take any risks if they don't have to. Especially when it involves stealing from a witch. But earlier you said you're not a witch. Did I? Well, what I am hardly matters. What matters is what people believe of me. It's most helpful. Yeah, I think I understand what you mean. Of course you understand. You're a bright girl. Just like your mother. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You act like you knew Mother, but I don't remember you. I did know your mother, but not as well as you'd like. I know you too. How did you two meet? A few months before you were born, your mother had some health problems. She came to me for help. I wouldn't say we were close friends, but I learned many of her secrets. I see. Can you tell me what Mother was like? I only know of her what Father told me. Oh, I have nothing but respect for her. She was a strong and clever woman who wouldn't settle for the boring life that was expected of her. She was ambitious, motivated, and she always knew how to get what she wanted. How strange. Father always spoke of her as if she was an angel, humble, caring, a hopeless romantic. How is that strange? Those unconflicting descriptions. Can't a woman be smart and independent and still want to be a good mother and wife? She was also practical and brilliant at business. Better than your father, to be honest. Wow, I never knew. With everything Father said, she seemed more mythical than anything else. Truly? You know, you're rather similar to your mother. The two of you have the same spark. How do you know? It might be true, but how would you know that? Even if you did know Mother, you hardly know anything about me. Well, you surely are a clever one. It's true I don't know you well, but I've observed you recently. You observed me? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. I'm sorry, I just wanted to know how my friend's daughter was faring. And it was impossible to just go and visit you. Is that Camosa's doing? Ah, Lady Camosa. Your father always attracted to extraordinary women. He may have had a good heart, but he was a little disconnected from reality. Without your mother's guidance, he likely would have lost his title and fortune in no time. Camosa also had the brains and ambition necessary to manage his estate. She's an excellent choice for a second wife, and an incredible person. She's kind of right on that regard. I suppose if you look at it that way, Camosa is pretty capable. From what I've heard, she hasn't had it easy. I know she had to work hard to get and stay where she is. I mean, the house is still standing after all, so clearly she knows what she's doing. But that doesn't make her like me. That doesn't make me like her anymore. That's the price she had to pay. She couldn't get to this position by worrying about who likes her. But even knowing that, she put her family first and gave up personal happiness for the sake of the house. That's something worth respecting. Certainly I respect her. I understand what you're saying, but it's still hard for me to like her. Triply sorry. As long as you respect her sacrifice, you're a wise child. No matter which path you choose to pursue in life, you'll have to sacrifice something after all. By the way, how are Camosa's daughters? Are you getting along? They're not bad. Well, I assume you can imagine how Camosa's daughters would be. They keep me at arm's length. They're troubled, confused, hurt, and they often hide behind cruelty or cynicism. But underneath that all, they're just normal girls. I think as they mature, our relationship will get better. I only hope that within time, they'll be able to free themselves from Camosa's toxic influence. But for now, it's still very difficult to live with them. It seems that things are difficult for you. You're not very happy with your life these days, are you? You could say that. And what are you doing? What do you mean? If you don't like your life, then you have to be the one to change it. Otherwise, anything you say is just whining. I definitely want my life to change. Then what's your plan? I have to learn more. I don't really have a plan yet. Why not? Are you expecting things to just work themselves out? Of course not. It's just that I don't know enough to form a real plan. I don't want to act brashly. I get the feeling there's a lot more going on that I don't know about. Kamosa is acting strangely. If I could figure out what she's up to, maybe I could use that to my advantage. I'm also wondering if I could find a way to reclaim the estate from her somehow. I am my father's only daughter after all. There's almost always a way to bend the law to your will. It might not be very kind, though. Anyway, it doesn't seem you have a very clear idea of what you want yet. I promised your mother that I'd help you, and I will. But you yourself need to know what you want first. Come see me once you're ready to move forward, and we'll talk about your options. Did you really promise my mother you'd help me? Of course I did, girl. I have no reason to lie about that. You must get going now, though. Wait, I still have so many questions. Why am I yawning? This is ridiculous. It's 8 in the morning. I have a lot of work to do, I'm afraid. I can't afford any disturbances. I'm sure we'll have another chance to talk. I'll do my best to answer your questions then. You remind me so much of your mother, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care, girl. I must admit, I don't know what to think of Madame Guide after we talked. I can't tell when she's being serious or sarcastic, if she give me advice or just mocking me, or both. And maybe I'm just not used to acts of selflessness, but I get suspicious when someone outright offers to help me with all my problems. Makes me wonder if they don't have some hidden agenda, especially if it's the town witch. Looks like my mother was quite special to make such an interesting acquaintance. A witch? Still, she seems genuinely interested in helping me, and I can be really picky here. I won't be forgetting the conversation we just had anytime soon, that's for sure. Where should I go now? It's still fairly early. I can probably take my time today. I should go have a little talk with Tobias in his store. I wouldn't mind heading to the inn either. I'm sure it will be fun. So, where should I go next? Let us visit Tobias. And that, I feel, is a pretty good point to stop this video. So I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.